hosts of loud Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Huskers will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks offense will get the ball first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Leaves it with the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Moore will throw. That's caught. It's Casper. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Got his man downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
And you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He'll pull it down and run. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. With the catch, it's Clark. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pocket breaking down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hunter. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Huskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Slams ahead. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
That's That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. Now this defense is set up fourth.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. The Ducks backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He's taking the shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got...
There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Makes the grab. It's low. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Johnson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Throws to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. The Ducks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits in.
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. The give to the back. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The offense changing the play. Calls his own number. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Deep in enemy territory, balls at the 3. They can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown. And here they go on 4th and short. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from Pater.
Nice job going for it on 4th down. You pick up the first. You got the ball at the 1-yard line. Let's just run the ball again.
Sneak gets it done.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. He's got the tight end. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. It'll be a draw. He breaks a tackle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska's going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Caught in the backfield. It's Mills. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Reads it, fires complete. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting the tackle for loss.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Moore to the air. Quick strike complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, Phyllis, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he is swarmed on under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Dropping back, it's Raiola. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Casper. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He fires to the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you've got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing.
Turning it on! He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To throw, it's Raiola. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hunter. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Clark. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Huskers will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
That's reeled in. It's Moore. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half.
The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Mills. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Huskers look to keep this drive humming. Finding an escape route. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer. The Cornhuskers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. The give on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Huskers want to pick up the tempo. Now they're going to throw it.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Caught near the sticks. It's Clark. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Huskers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
And they tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. On the ground, it's Davison. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He might want another play. Moore will throw. Pressure coming. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and threw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Got a man. It's Hill. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Offense facing 4th down.
Quarterback keeper. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Ducks in the hurry up. So right at the midfield stripe, never really a thought about punting. Thought they might try to make them jump, but they pick up the 1st down.
I think a lot of it speaks to the experience they have up front and in the backfield. Just knowing these guys have been in these sorts of situations before in big games, and they can go out and handle the pressure and go execute and pick up the 1st.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got a man. It's low. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Snagged on the outside. It's Johnson. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Hughes. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
They just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Hand off from the shotgun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, 3rd down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic. You can have the perfect play call on, and he's still picking up the 1st.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. Quarterback tried to do it himself, but he will not get there. It'll be 4th down. spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the fourth quarter on 4th and goal. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got him pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. They'll leave it with him. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety.
And that's a big-time play by this defense. When you needed it the most in the fourth quarter, this game is super close, it's tight. Not only do you make a play and get a stop, you put points on the board and you get the football back with a chance to salt this football game away. That's how defenses step up late in games.
Looking for space. It's Green. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Motion from the back. Moore to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Hooks. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his man. It's slow.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Casper. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Moore will throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Bryant. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Going to take a shot on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Hunter. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Finds his big tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. Complete in the middle. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And that just about does it. That about thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say,
sends it downfield. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
and you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On the direct snap, it's Hooks. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.